Okay, so let me just start off by saying this is like the 20th time I've tried to do a voiceover, so if I'm like kind of grumpy and angry, I'm sorry. But here I'm just opening the Inkscape app. Honestly, I filmed it too quickly. I should have slowed down as I'm like trying to do this voiceover for you. I'm sorry. Inkscape, if you don't have the app, download it on your computer. That's rule number one. So here I'm just trying to size it because it always opens zoomed out. So here now I pressed the A on the left side. That means you're able to type. So I type in O. As you can see, it's too small. I couldn't see it. So here I'm zooming in, zooming in, zooming in. So I'm able to work with it. Now that I'm able to work with it, I go to size it. I did the O first because the O in the picture was a little bigger than the rest of the word. So I click A again. I type the rest of the word, change the sizing a little smaller, as you can see. Now that I typed it, I'm going, well, I was on my phone, as you can see, my little phone comes up on the side. I'm going to click the pointer tool, and I'm going to put the words together. Just like that, I try to line them up as best as I possibly can without zooming into too much, but there's that. Once I like how it looks, I'm going to click the A on the side again, and that's for you again to type. So click the A, I just click anywhere on the screen, and I'm going to type in the second word. So since the second word was in kind of like a calligraphy print font, I'm just gonna kind of look through the fonts that I have to match that as the picture. So I just kind of clicked the first one, then the second one, and then I saw that that looked pretty good. So then here I am clicking the pointer tool. That way I'm able to make it bigger and mess with it. See? Just like that. So then I double tap it. That way I'm able to change the sizing to a better size. And then I see that's too small, so I'm like, oh, better make it a little bigger. I was comparing what I'm doing on my screen to the picture that you sent. That way I could get it as accurate as possible. So I just click the pointer tool and then I move it towards the other word. Just like that. So once I have that done, oh, here I tried to change the font of the first word because it did look a little weird to me. I don't know, it just didn't sit right with me. But I couldn't find a better font. Honestly, I only tried like two and then I gave up and I was just like, oh, whatever, who cares? So then I just chose the first font that I started with because I don't know, it was just easiest, honestly. So here I go. I tried to use Times New Roman because you know professors are always like Times New Roman, Times New Roman, and honestly it looks so much smaller. And I was like, damn, no wonder when I have like 1,000 word essay, it literally looks like I have 500 words because you guys want us to use that small as font. Anyways, so here's where I click the first one I started with, and I'm like, whatever, okay. So click the pointer tool. I'm just trying to line it up to my liking. And then I kept getting on my phone. I don't know what I was doing. So once you're able to line it up, honestly, this Inkscape app is a lifesaver. It's honestly so easy. If you don't have an iPad, this is the app that I use. So this is easy. I have an iPad, but personally, if I want it done quick and easy, I use this app. So I just get the selector tool. I select the entire two words, and I go to path, object to path, path, object ungroup. It breaks it all up. And then I go to path union, which makes it one whole word. And then I go to path again and linked offset. So then it creates a little diamond. On the top left, you see it's clicked. I unclick it. I click a color at the bottom that's going to create the background. So I just chose pink, that way it's easy to see. Then I'm going to click that diamond and drag out. And see, it creates the outline for the background. So then, once I like it, I just press enter. I don't know why it doesn't show that. So then I click the pointer tool and I'm going to move the words off of it. So I just drag it and then I click the background and I go to path, break apart, and then all you need to do is press enter. And then I do it a second time just to be safe because I don't want any holes in it. So what it does is it fills all of the emptiness that wasn't filled before. So once that's done, I move it around, make sure it's completely full, and there we have the background. So then I just move that on top, and boom, love that for us, almost done. So once that's done, then you're able to save your SVG. On the bright side, the best thing about the Inkscape app is everything saves as an SVG, so you don't have to worry about converting it over in the Design Space app. So once you save it to whatever you want to save it as, you open the Design Space. Once you open Design Space, you're going to open New Project. I don't know if it's just me, but every time I open Design Space, it's always minimized and it drives me crazy, so I have to mess with it. But anyways, you're going to create a new project. You're going to upload design, browse, and then you're just going to look for the file that you just saved to your computer. So here we go. There we go. I found it. I'm going to open it. You don't need to edit because it's already an SVG for you. And then you just save. Then you're going to select the image and insert the images. So as you can see, it opens small. So I just zoomed, made it bigger, zoomed in. Once you have it to the size that you're able to work with, then you're going to ungroup. There we go. So then I move the words, I move the background, and then I select all of those little pieces that transferred over, and I just delete them. Easy fix. I don't know why it does that, but sometimes it does. It's okay. So here is where I'm going to start getting it the way we want it to be. So I did remove the grid because, I don't know, it just gets in my way. It looks ugly. So the background, I chose white as you wanted. And here is the fun part. This is honestly where the most work comes in. I just inserted a square. That way I can break up the two words. That way I can have two different colors. I made the square a little bigger. That way I made sure it wouldn't cut my word whatsoever. I just sliced it, deleted the square, deleted that one, and then I was able to change the color first of all. That blue was ugly, so I was not having it. So that one looked better. I was like, whatever, who cares, right? So then I just size it to the way I want, because for some reason, when it saves as a SVG, the words save a little smaller than how it looks on the Inkscape app, but that's okay. You can tweak it as much as you want in the Design Space. If you click the little lock right there, then you're able to move it however you want without having to mess with the numbers at the top. So I love that. I never really type in numbers. I just eyeball it, see how I like it. So here I am doing that. Trying to fit it in the outline. In here I click the lock again to drag it down, make it longer, and then I lock it, that way it doesn't get messed up. So here I am fixing it, and then I remembered, oh my gosh, it has a clock in the O. Love that for me. And I don't know what I was doing, but whatever. So here I'm gonna look up a clock. That was me looking up skincare routines because for some reason that calms me when I have anxiety. So I love that for me. So I'm looking up a clock. I usually look up SVG or vector. Vector, honestly, if you ever upload images and stuff into Design Space, sometimes it has like rough edges, ugly lines. So when you type in vector after what you're searching, it honestly makes it so much easier. So here I'm just finding a clock image that you like, that I like, honestly, and just going through trying to find it. It did take me a while because I am very indecisive and I wanted one exactly like the picture, but I couldn't find one. So, I was just making it harder on myself when I could have found the first one and got it done with quicker. But yeah, I don't know what I was doing. I should have just saved that one, but whatever. So yeah, here I go, just trying to figure it out. And then I was searching things that were making it harder on myself. So I was like, honestly, over it. So here I am. What's that one song? The That's literally me right now. Trying to do this voiceover, watching myself, trying to find a clock. Literally takes forever, Gabriella. So here I closed the Inkscape app because it was just in my way. And I like to drag the images to my desktop. So here I just found an image that was okay to use. And then I just drag it and use it. So once I drag it, then I just close that. I go to upload, insert image, and then I just drag it from my desktop to Cricut Design Space. I click complex, I edit out the background, I save it as a cut image, and then I select the image and I insert it. Here I'm changing the color, that way it matches the picture that you sent me. And this is where I was getting fed up because I was like, really, this O looks more like an oval than a circle, if you ask me. So, yeah, then I just started editing. I inserted a shape, a square, and then I sliced it. That way it can break up the two words, kind of like how I created two words in the Inkscape app. So I moved vert time. I moved that back to the outline. That way I can work with the O. And then I just erased the second O. And here I'm just trying to fit the clock into the O. And it was like really got me. And then I was doing it without having it in the outline. So as you can see, I made it too big. So then I sized it down to what it fit like. And then I was able to move the clock into the O. And I was like, oh wow, that's too big. And then when I started trying to edit it, it kept clicking the O. So you can either drag the clock to the top on the side. It wasn't working for me, so I just moved to arrange and then I moved the clock to the front since it was selected. And then that way I'm able to move it around without it messing up. And there you have your design. Super easy, done with. And here you can go to make it, and then you're able to bring up the different things. I pressed cancel because I forgot I sliced the overtime word. So I'm just moving everything, that way I can select both and then I can weld it all together. That way it's not harder when you cut your vinyl. So here I'm just putting everything back together as best as I possibly can. Put the clock, and there you have it. Then you're able to make your cut. You can just go to make it, and then it brings up the different ones. See over time, and then wear the clock. You can put them all on the first sheet. That way you're with the different colors. That way you're able to cut it quickly, or if you want to unload and put everything together, yeah. That's it.